remember growing up, like you didn't even have to ask, did you go to church on Sundays? 9.9 times out of 10, you was in church
Yes.
at some point of the day. Maybe it was in the morning, afternoon, the 10 o'clock service, the 1 o'clock service, the 8 o'clock service, but you was in church. Now it is rare. Somebody tells you, yeah, I went to church today. It's kind of a shock to the system a little bit. It's just, wow, you go to church?
Right. And that's definitely, I think, some one of those things, as you mentioned earlier, that we got to reclaim from history, reclaim from our ancestors. That was a big piece of who they are. The other thing I think that the church also was great in terms of mobilizing and helping people to deal with life outside of church, just in society. So we think about like voting, for example, that was a place where people were mobilized about voting. Candidates, come by the church, they want to have a word or two, to, depending on how the pastor led that church. But it was a way to help people civically understand their responsibilities in the world. And so I think that's another thing that we got to get to help make our community better, to learn from our Black history. They were serious about voting. And again, we look now and a lot of people are relaxed about voting, and we can't afford to be relaxed.